And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Howdy folks, I'm Tom Vasel, and today we're taking a look at a game called Roll and Wall. That's kind of a weird name. I know there's a lot of games now, roll and move games, and there are roll and write games. This is a roll and wall game. Not really, it's just a roll game. But you're climbing a wall. So you're climbing up this mountainside, and you want to be the first one to the top, which I know a lot of people love doing. It is something you will not catch me doing in my lifetime, but I can see why people like it. So in this game, you're trying to do it without falling, which is the exact reason I don't ever want to do it. But anyhow, it's kind of a push your luck style game. Let's take a look. There is a basic and advanced version of the game. I'm showing you the advanced version, but the basic version is very, very similar. So in this game, you're going to be the first one to try to get to the top in the basic game. And in the advanced game, you're trying to get 3 flags, orange, black, or white, and you just want to pass over from one to the other side, and then you get that flag. Players are going to get some equipment that they're going to put in their backpack, kind of like a Tetris type situation here, whatever you can fit in there. In the basic game, they tell you what 3 pieces of equipment to pick. In the advanced, you can pick any number you want. There's all sorts of various equipment. Most of this equipment is one-time use stuff that you'll use over the course of the game. On a player's turn, they get 6 dice. They're going to start at the bottom. So let's say I start here. I need to roll a 3 or higher on the dice here. So how am I going to do that? Well, I'm going to choose any number of the 6 dice to roll. I think I can get a 3 or higher if I roll 2 dice. One of them will be a 3 or higher. So I roll them in the dice tower. Oh, noes! I fell down. My turn is over, normally, except I'm starting from the bottom. So I just have to set those aside. I think I'm going to go just 1 die now. I feel much. I still fell down. Not very good. I'm going to try it again. All right, so now I climbed up to the 3. Now I can move over or go up. I'm going to go to the 2. And again, I'm going to use a single dice. I only have 2 dice left. Wow, I'm a terrible roller. Here, I now fall down to the ground and my turn is over. However, next turn, I get this blue die to use since I fell down. Let's try this again. 2 dice in the first roll. Okay, I got 1 that's a 3 or higher. Yay! So those 2 dice are gone. I think I'm going to try a single die to get a 2. I got it. I move up. Now to get to that 5, all right, I'm going to roll all my remaining dice. None of them are 5, so I fall down to the ground again. All right, at any point during your turn, you can, I forgot to roll that blue die, didn't I? That would have changed everything probably. But at any point during your turn, you can put in a piton on the thing, and if you fall, you only fall to where that is. So you can use these to get up higher on the mountain. Also, you can rest. You can stop and say, I don't want to go any farther, but you can only rest on one of your pitons or on a ledge where the ledges are. That's pretty much the whole game. You're just going to keep rolling your turn. Try not to fall. If you fall, you start over again, or you fall back to your last piton. So you have 3 of those to place out, and if you play with kids, they can put out 4. First one to get to the top wins in the basic game. The first one to get 3 flags. To get the orange flag, I need to go from here to here or here to here. And then you get to get 3 flags and get to the top. And that's how you play. The board itself is made up of these double-sided boards. This is kind of cool. You can take these, there's 2 sides to each one, and you can, they can be rearranged. So there's a lot of different combinations that you can build here, and it just gets put into a puzzle piece type frame. The dice tower is neat. Of course, that's the name of our show, the dice tower. But I will say that rolling stuff in the dice tower, moving it, you're rolling so much in this game that you may stop, but it is a really nice little dice tower, and it fits inside the box. The game comes with lots of these pieces. However, these are it's like, ooh, a Tetris thing, but you literally only use it at the very beginning of the game when you're picking your backpack and filling it up. So it's not like it's part of the game, it's just part of the setup, basically. The triangles, these little flags, these look like things you punch out and throw away. They're not that good. But then the characters themselves, the artwork is fine on them, and they're just little standees. And the dice are fine. They're good quality dice. So for the most part, good components. Now there's good luck and bad luck. Now in that example I just showed you, I had tremendously horrible luck. That doesn't happen often, but here's the thing. It happens. Literally every game of this that I played, whoever rolled the best won. It doesn't matter where you put your pitons. It doesn't matter what equipment you take. There's like a for example, a candy bar that says if you succeed, you can keep your dice. Great, so if I have a hard roll, I'll roll all my dice, eat the candy bar, and I get to keep them and keep going. But then I might roll a bunch of ones. It just might happen. And so that's problematic. It's just too lucky. I don't mind that there's luck in the game, right? Luck's fine. This game's a little longer than it needs to be for the amount of luck in it. And that luck combined with the fact that you are just doing the same thing over and 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 over. Roll, 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 roll. That's all you do the whole game, and it gets tiring. And it's not very fun. When someone gets ahead in this game, they can play it safely, and you are then forced to push your luck to extremes. Like, I need a 6. I'll roll 1 die and hope I get it, because I need to use all my dice to catch up to that other person. So it almost feels like, look how big this box is. This game feels like a small game that's put into this big box, and almost there's too much going on with this box for the tiny bit of game. It's just roll the dice over and over and move up and around. You might as well play the advanced game if you're going to play. Moving through the flags at least makes you move around. Otherwise, you just run straight to the top and maybe go around the 6 if you get to it. Where do you put your pitons? As soon as you climb up a few steps, put 1. You have 3. Climb up a few more steps, put 1. What equipment do you pick? I don't know. That's the most interesting part of the game, I guess. But even that, you may or may not need them. Do I want a backpack, which lets me play after an unsuccessful dice roll to re-roll the dice? Great, if it works. Do I want this axe? If I fall off the wall, I just fall down to the nearest ledge. Do I want sand? Anyone who starts below me must put aside 2 of their dice. I'm pouring sand on other people? All right. So that stuff's okay. And again, I don't know that I think the game is bad. I just think it's too lucky and too long for what it is. That's roll and wall. Dice Tower Judgment, too much luck.